Hi, I'm Jonathan Milam, back with you. We're discussing in Mark chapter 5 the story of a woman with an issue of blood. The point that I just made in part 1 a moment ago was that this woman said within herself, "If I may touch but his clothes, I shall be whole." There wasn't a pathway that was made in that crowd for her, but she forced her own way up to the Lord. I'm sure that it was a difficult challenge for her because for 12 years, bleeding as she had been, nothing better but rather growing worse, she had no resources left. This was her only opportunity to receive from the Lord, and so she bowled her way forward. And it does take a strong faith like that. You need to begin saying within yourself, if I can just touch him, I can be made whole. And indeed you can. It's not comfortable oftentimes, it's not easy, but you can reach out to the Lord. You can reach into the presence of God, and you can receive what you need. Really, an oversight of this chapter tells us of 3 great miracles that are occurring here. First is the healing of the demoniac of the Gadarenes, and then of course is the woman with the issue of blood, and then we have the story of Jairus' daughter that is raised from the dead. It's interesting to note that when the Lord debarked from his miraculous deliverance of the demoniac of Gadara, as soon as he came back onto dry land, it was Jairus that came to the Lord and besought him that he would come and minister to his daughter. And as the Lord went on his way, it was this woman with the issue of blood that stopped that parade, that stopped Jesus in his tracks, literally. He was thinking of Jairus' home. He was thinking of the illness of Jairus' daughter. He was surprised, and he turned about and he wondered when he realized that virtue had gone forth from him. This wasn't a planned thing, but the woman's faith drew from Jesus what she had need of. The point I'd like to make, and the great point of all of this, is you have what it takes to take what he has. I don't mean to be irreverent, but as Jesus said, the kingdom of heaven suffereth violence, and the violent take it by force. There needs to be a faith that is strong within you that says, I need something from the Lord. I'm believing for something from the Lord. Now I am receiving something from the Lord. And believe me, within you is faith. You have what it takes to take what he has. In Romans 12, the scripture reads, he hath imparted to every man the measure of faith. I believe that's verse 3 or so. You have within you faith. It might have been dormant for a long time. It might have been passive. Disease or illness, depression may have made your faith seem non-existent, but it was placed within you by the Lord. He, as Paul said, has imparted to every one of us the measure of faith. It's a standard measure. Paul didn't have more faith than you have. I don't have more faith than you have. It's a question of exercising that faith. Like the woman with the issue of blood, you can begin to say within yourself, I'm going to receive from him what I have need of. And you can do that. You do have what it takes to take what he has. My name is Jonathan Milam. I'm an evangelist, and I believe that the Lord can meet your needs. Thank you.